Want to get freelancing tips and basics for free? Join us here at the Crunch Time at GetStarted TV. From the Philippines and the rest of the world, again, welcome to GetStarted TV's The Crunch Time, where we teach you guys freelancing tips, of course, from industry experts. Today's guest, we have someone who has been in the industry for the past 10 years, and she is currently a business development manager. Let us all welcome Ms. Richies 𝗵𝗵𝗵𝗶. Hi, Ms. Richies.
Hi, Carlo. Thank you so much for the opportunity of being your guest for today.
Anytime.
Everyone.
Taking off from the freelancing industry, how did you start getting into the freelancing?
Well, before I became a freelancer, I am actually a call center agent, just like most of the common stories of freelancers nowadays. So I've been working for a call center as a sales executive for 5 years. And then when I get pregnant with my youngest, who is now 10 years old. So basically, I decided to do freelancing when I gave birth to her, simply because I really would like to be with her, be a hands-on mom, and make sure that I will be able to monitor how her milestone would be. So from there, I started doing the work from home part-time for just like 20 hours. So I am working at night in the call center and then get some rest and then wake up around 4 o'clock, because that time my first account was Australian account. So I am doing some 4-hour work and then I prepare to work in my corporate job. So that's how I started it for 2 months, and then I decided to do it full time, since I just realized working from home, doing it on my own is a little more, it gives more earning than, traveling. It gives me more time to rest and be more, have more time with my family.
Okay, so that's really a bit of a hustle for you if you were juggling 2 jobs at the same time, right?
Yes, but I actually enjoyed that part when I was starting, simply because everything was, exciting. Everything was, I am really thinking if, hey, ito ba, kikita ba talaga ako? Baka joke lang ako nito.
Exactly.
But when I started earning pay, which that time, when I started, I have my own international card that time. So, ano siya, sobrang exciting na mag-withdraw ka every week, and it's in dollars. Pero syempre, converted na rin to peso when you withdraw. Syempre.
Yeah, of course. So when you started doing freelance jobs, what was the first job that you took as a freelancer?
I became an appointment setter. That was actually under an agency. Shout out to PGM Manila. Sila yung nagbigay sa akin ng opportunity. I was referred by a friend. Sabi niya kasi, Richie, hindi ka na nakakakompleto ng 1 week. Mag-work from home ka kaya? Sabi niya ganyan. And so I started with, it is a green account. It's a green energy account for an Australian company. So that is a homeowner's account. So ang work ko is from 4 to 8 in the evening. So ang oras nun sa Australia is like, nakauwi na yung mga tao from work. So, yon, I am earning $3.50 per hour that time, which way back 2010 malaki yon. Way back 2010 malaki yon. And then after 2 months, I started getting clients on my own. Kasi sabi ko, if I am earning this much under an agency, why not I try to get my client on my own, since ever since, ang forte ko is to talk to clients. So, since I'm a sales executive way back in a call center. So, ayun. I was given with an opportunity by a security company in the US, based in the US. Shout out to Mr. Mike Ferguson. I don't know where he is now, but he was the one who gave me an opportunity. I started with $1.50. I started with him just a VA. I just do, it's a VA slash telemarketer. So I'm also still calling homeowners and asking them to do a free advertisement of the product in exchange of the free product. So something like that. And then I ended up earning $3 as a project manager. He is always promoting me every 30 days. So from 150 and then I go up with $3. Unfortunately, since he has this cancer, skin cancer, wasn't able to really had some tawag doon, closure, kumbaga sa relationship. Wala kaming closure. Nawala na lang ng communication. And then from there, I took that opportunity to higher up yung ano natin, yung leveling natin. Because when you are a freelancer, I started sa call center as ganito. 5 years na ganito pa rin ako. But as a freelancer, you are going to actually build your own career. So from sales executive, naging project manager ako. So that is when I started to get project management jobs. So yon, naging 5, naging 7, naging 8, naging 13, hanggang sa you're now getting to improve your system and offer more defined development system for your client. Depende kung ano yung kailangan nila.
Yeah. I think what we can take from what you just said is, like, for example, here in the Philippines, if you're like in a corporate setting, like if you're in a call center, it takes a really long time for you to level up. I think with freelancing, you kind of have the control over your destiny, over your career, right?
Exactly.
And taking off from that, I heard you mention that you were also a virtual assistant, you were a VA. Just for our viewers, what are the different types of freelancing jobs that you've went through? Like as an appointment setter, what do you basically do? As a VA, what do you do? As a project manager, what do you do? Just so that they know what would be possible for them to get into.
Okay, so I started as an appointment setter. And then since I was a telemarketer in the call center, I became telemarketer. I think I started with Odesk, which is now Upwork. And then I handled like over 60 projects with Upwork. So it from telemarketer, I started suggesting, improvements to clients. So one tip that I can give to each and everyone: communication is the key with your client. Don't limit yourself in just providing what they are asking you to do. So you might want to work in partnership with them so that you can grow their business together. So don't put yourself in a mindset that you are just an employee. Make sure that you are working in partnership with them. So suggest things that could improve the business. So from there, I became a project manager. Would you believe that as a virtual assistant, I am also doing some graphics design with them. I am able to really show them what I can do for the business. So from graphics design, I am creating their sales and marketing system. So I am putting up some script when it comes to telemarketing and appointment setting. I do improve their social media placement, so their social media value. So I am not doing that on my own. I do actually network myself as well with other, influencers.
Taking off from what you said a while ago, Ms. Richi, it's very obvious that you've been through like different positions in the freelancing industry, from like being a VA, an appointment setter, a project manager. Just for the benefit of our viewers, would you care to explain what these positions are, what these positions entail, para lang they know kung if they're interested to get into freelancing, kung ano yung mag-fit for them?
So as an appointment setter, so I started as an appointment setter. So basically you are calling, there are two types of appointment setting. So it could be B2B. Well, that will gonna go under voice account. So if it will gonna go like business to business, or B2B, or business to consumer. But basically the main point is you are calling the lead, and then you are asking for them to spare some time with you or your client to have some product or service presentation. So that's appointment setting. So when it comes to telemarketing, so it's almost the same, but the difference is you are asking them, persuading them to buy over the phone. So that's a little harder. I actually do provide training on that. So appointment setting and telemarketing. And then I also do customer service. Well, it's part of each and every freelancing jobs, I guess. You can apply it to your own and you can apply it to your client. And then I also do general virtual assistance job, wherein anything that a client can ask for you to do, you can do that. But of course, you have to make sure that everything is limited with, especially if you are rating them, if they are giving you a rate that is so low, then you have to make sure that everything is well organized and well taken care of. Everything should be in the contract. So from taking care of their personal to business, I was able to do that. There is one time that I am taking care of 5 credit cards just to manage the shopping of my client, who happens to be a CEO of a company. I do calendar management, I do email management, sort of those, anything that could be asked. So anything that would take them away from their personal life, ikaw yung gagawa. So, ayun. And then, from there, I became, up to now, I am doing graphics design, more on infographics for my client. I do presentations, I do marketing research, so some of those, and that is also going to fall under project management. And then, which I am crafting right now, is business development management, wherein it will actually be involving you as part of the company, as part of the business, providing them development, taking care of each and every department that would increase the brand and the sales and the presence of the brand of the company. So it takes a lot of research and communication with the client. So from there, you are going to propose some system that would help them out be being the top brand of their certain industry. So yon. And that somehow helped me out as well, promoting myself as a brand. So yon. As a freelancer, I would say you are helping out the client, you are helping out the business, and at the same time, you are developing yourself as well as a freelancer, as a service provider, as a business yourself. So that's it.
Actually, that's a really, really, really good point. It's not just about being an employee, but it's more of becoming like being a partner to your clients, and as well as developing yourself as a business, because you are a business. You are selling your services to different clients. And taking off from that, you mentioned a while ago that you were hired by an agency when you started, and then eventually you ventured on your own. How did you go about venturing on your own in the freelancing industry?
From being hired by an agency, so syempre medyo mas okay na yung kita mo on your own. So I have to resign dun sa agency since I am on a non-exclusive contract. And then from there, I am looking for clients that could help me grow and that I could also be able to help with. And then after 2 years, since meron ako mga client na asking me to get people para sa kanila, so from there, I started my own agency. Ayun. So
Nice.
I built my own digital services agency way back 2012. Pero yung full operation niya was 2014. Under pa rin siya ng Upwork. So 2017, that is when I started doing it. Yung talagang out of Upwork na. I do my own contract, I do my own marketing, I do my own payroll, and I do my own tax and obligation. So yun. Because I believe that when you do share what you can share to people, mas marami. It's always my mission and vision to see before, mommies lang. Kasi I can see that a lot of nanay kailangan magkumahog lalabas. Ang hirap iiwanan mo yung maliit mo. And as a mom, I learned that yung specific age ng bata is 0 to 7 for you to develop their own personality. From there, nagkaroon ako ng mission na gusto ko maraming tao yung mag-work na lang from home. So that is when I decided to do training for free. Nag-start ako sa isang malaking mommy group, and then from there, nagkaroon ako ng mga free training on my own. I started with 7 students. Scholar ko sila hanggang sa lumaki. Yung group ko started with 32 mommies lang. And then ngayon, meron ng, well, it's still a few 2,800 members. Pero gusto ko kasi concentrated, gusto ko kilala ko pag nag-message, gusto ko kilala ko sila. So gusto ko I am able to really help them out sa kaya kong itulong. So yon, I'm providing free training, ayan, and then I also very approachable, nagre-reply ako sa mga messages, ayan, basta gising ako. Ayun.
That's great. That's great. Actually, you and Get Started TV is actually sharing the same mission of informing and sharing information and educating people on freelancing jobs. That's why we have you as an expert for today's episode. So we thank you again for that. We also have that thrust that we want to inform people and educate people on freelancing jobs and on the online industry. And it's very nice that you started with like what you said with moms, and now you ventured into like a whole big set of people, which started from like a small number, and as you said nga kanina, about 2,000 plus, which maliit lang as you said, but not really, it's a big group, and you are helping a lot of people with that. You also mentioned a while ago that you have partnerships with Upwork, right? I believe Upwork is an online job platform. In terms of platforms, what are the recommended platforms that we have here in the industry for freelancers or for those who are looking for online jobs? What can you recommend to them?
All right. So, of course, I will recommend Upwork.com. And when it comes to legitimacy, when it comes to how they take care of their freelancers or contractors, I would say sila yung pinakamatagal na, and talagang na-measure nila, na-monitor nila lahat, employer-wise and the contractor-wise. So, Upwork, I would also recommend Guru.com, almost the same as Upwork. I'm actually getting more high-paying clients sa Guru.com. And most importantly, if you are building your career as a freelancer, you shouldn't miss out LinkedIn. So you should be in LinkedIn as well. Kasi when we talk about job opportunities, when we talked about partnership opportunities, then LinkedIn is the best place. Kasi kung Upwork, kung Guru.com, most of the job sites kasi, I would say, for starters. But if you would like to really have a very wide concept of your services, then go with LinkedIn. So, syempre, start ko muna sa then Upwork yun, Upwork. Some are starting with online jobs, PH. So, for experience kasi mas madali kumuha ng work doon. You might want to try that. But if you want to go with more complex and more high-paying client, then I would recommend really Upwork, Guru.com, FreeUp. I haven't got a chance to get a client in FreeUp, but yes, most of my clients are actually coming from Facebook and LinkedIn. So siguro dahil established na yung portfolio, yung profiling, no? So just I think most important is just start it from scratch. Wherein yun, start with the job sites, then build your profile in LinkedIn. Start making a professional profile here on Facebook or on Instagram, because clients are everywhere, I would say, and then you should be everywhere as well. Kasi but you have to create an image that you are professional, not just on the job sites, but not just on LinkedIn, but also on your SOCMED. Very important yan. Because client, if they see you on Upwork, if they see you on LinkedIn, they will really going to look for you on different SOCMED, and you should represent a very professional outlook when it comes to your freelancing career. Yeah.
Actually, I think that's a very good tip. Regardless if you're in like the online industry or the freelance industry or you're in the corporate setting, all of these clients or bosses or human resources, they also check the social media sites. And going from the Facebook that you mentioned as a platform on looking for like online jobs, there are a lot of online job postings there. There are a lot of freelance jobs postings there. How can people differentiate the legitimate online jobs on these social media sites? Because I think that's where the fear comes from, minsan, of people who wants to get into the freelance industry. The fear of, is this legitimate? Is this real? Is this a true job posting? What can you say about that?
Okay. Well, sabi nga nila, a lot of people are using 𝗕𝗏𝗃 as well as a way for them to, scam people. Pero one way that I also teach my student and sa community is to do a legit check. Most of the people posting sa 𝗕𝗏𝗃, they are mostly job posters. So make sure that yung kanilang email na ginagamit is from a company. Make a background check nung company mismo. And minsan, hindi nila sinasabi yun until mag-apply ka eh. So, okay, apply at your own risk. Just make sure na wala kang binibigay na pera. Diba? If it's asking you money, then it's not work. It's, scam agad yun. Alright? And then if it's good, it's too good to be true, medyo hinay-hinay, no? Ask your network as well. Join groups that would able to help you out. I would recommend, of course, group na matatagal na. I would recommend Online Filipino Freelancers. Of course, I would recommend We Do the Talk. I would recommend, Filipino freelancers for Australian client. There are a lot of groups na you can ask them around. Ito bang client na to or ito bang job na to is legit, alright? And one thing is, once you're already on the interview or in the application process, make sure na maayos or organized ba yung thought. Ito isang tinitingnan ko. Kung medyo grammatically mali-mali post, medyo teka, wait lang. Kung ganito yung hinahanap mo, tapos mali-mali yung pagkakapost mo, parang may mali. yun. Sorry, medyo ako doon. Tinitingnan ko agad yung the way they construct the job post. Ayan. And also, may mga clients that are asking for you to have free work. Ayan, trial daw. Imagine if you are asked to do a trial for a certain job post. Ilan kayo nag-apply? Hundreds? Kasi hinihingi sa yung items is like 20 times 100. O may 1,000 na siya agad or 500. Diba? Mali pa yung computation ko. That means tapos na yung trabaho. Diba? Tapos na yung trabaho. That means walang job. Alright? I'm so sorry to ito yung isang common na scam sa 𝗕𝗏𝗃, sa mga job post.
Yeah, I actually experienced that because recently, I am a corporate events manager by trade, but recently because of the pandemic, I ventured into doing freelancing. So I think a couple of months ago, about 6 months ago, I started getting into onlinejobs.ph and got some content writing jobs there because I was a former writer also. I actually got a few of what you mentioned, those like scammer invites or job postings that they require you to do like content for them for like, let's say, a few days. And then you could start to wonder, okay, why am I not getting paid? But there are some naman who are legit. They actually give you like a trial period, but they pay you for the trial period, which is a good thing. So it's a matter of like really weighing, and you have to have that discernment of like knowing what's right and wrong with what you're saying, right?
Yes, you just have to be very careful and having a good community to back you up. to help you out, no? If you are going to be into freelancing, make sure na you are also growing your network. Be in touch with the right people, the right community, no? Follow the right influencers that you would need to follow. Kung ang niche mo or industry mo nasa Facebook ads marketing, nasa social media management, there are local and foreign people to follow. So ako more on local. More on local yung pinapalo ko. I am also making sure that I am doing some collaboration with them. Hindi lang yung basta follow ka lang. No? Do some collaboration. But first, for newbie, for starter, getting started, no? It's the most important. So, laging tinatanong, laging sinasabi, no? Parang hindi pa ako handa. Kailan ka magiging handa? No? So, we are in a new normal. So, make sure that you just want, if you want to start it, walang right time. The right time is now. That's one of the masasabi ko na tip sa lahat ng gusto mag-umpisa, walang ibang tamang oras kundi ngayon.
Yeah. It's really taking the first step into like getting hold of your career and controlling what you can, no? And then taking off from what you said about the current industry standards and the legitimacy of postings, I think one of the main gauge of people for the legitimacy of postings is the industry rates. What's the industry rate right now for like different types of freelance jobs? Just so our audience is informed, especially those who are first-timers or those who are getting into online jobs for the first time.
Malaking question yan no? Malaking question yan. Kasi for us na medyo matagal na, we can actually ask for as much as we want. Kung ano yung, kasi depende sa system na yung offer namin sa client. But how about yung mga nag-start? So, tinuturo ko sa estudyante ko na make sure na you have built and you are able to give skills and you'll be able to show naman kung ano yung kaya mong ibigay. For a start, you can go with the average, you can make a research, may mga guidelines naman makikita mo, what's the typical rate, then you can go along with it. Just don't go for those low ball rate na $2 per hour. $3 per hour is too low na for me. You can start with 5 probably. Yun yung medyo start ng iba Basta mag-start ka. But make sure that you're able to progress as you go along with different projects, no? Also, back it up pagdating sa interview portion, no? Always back it up with the skills. Wag naman tayong tipong tumatahi ng kwento, hindi mo pala natin kayang mag-provide, no? So, it comes with the responsibility, it comes up with commitment. So, pagdating sa rate, to be honest with you, sell yourself. Yun yung aking laging sinasabi, sell yourself. Nung nag-start ako, walang kahirap-hirap because I would say we were actually just 40,000 all throughout sa Philippines. Nung nagkaroon kami ng gathering ng mga top performers sa ODES pa that time, 40,000 lang kami all throughout. Pero ngayon, we're millions, 2 million na yata yung exact stat natin. Hindi pa kasama dyan yung mga hindi nag-declare. Diba? So, paghahanap ng client, just make sure na yung rate mo makatarungan. If you would like to start na mababa, make sure na yung mababa na yon may kapalit. Like they are going to train you. Like that they are going to give you more what they call this, yung mas ma-develop yung skills mo. Then, make sure also na may time-bounded yon. Time-bounded. Yung ating SMART goal, kahit saan yan, applicable yan. Yung ating specific, measurable na natututunan natin sa mga training, that is still also applicable sa atin as a freelancer, no? Startup man yan or hindi. So, sa rate, walang question. General virtual assistant, you can start with 5 and you can ask rate up to 25 to 36. I know someone, general virtual assistant siya, but she is asking $26 per hour. No? Wow. It all depends on how you build your portfolio. Make sure na how you present yourself. Great tip. Sa interview, kahit baguhan ka, I would like you to make sure that you have a ready client presentation. Client presentation, what things that you can do to solve the pain of your client, no? Application tip, make a video resume. Don't settle for just that one-page resume that you can build in Canva. Colorful na yan, okay na. Sinasabi dito, updated na yung resume mo. What makes a client really impressed is how you make it one step forward. Your, kumbaga parang, what make you stand out with the rest of the applicants. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really going the extra mile and showing your clients what you can do. And of course, you know, when you ask for something, like a specific rate, you have, like what you said, you have to back it up with skills. Kung wala nun, bali wala din naman. And you will be also like destroyed professionally if ever.
Oh.
Yeah. I know you gave a lot of tips already. I can't count them anymore, how many tips you've already given us. And I'm sure a lot of our audience is like applauding you for all these for educating them on how to be successful in their freelancing jobs. But we have a segment here on GetStarted TV's Crunch Time where we ask you for your golden nuggets. We call this a 5-minute golden nugget, wherein you could give additional tips if you want to repeat the tips that you've mentioned or add some more tips that you want to give to our audiences on how they can start or improve their freelancing jobs or their online job experience.
Okay. Well, number one, you have to start, all right, with your presence, online presence. This is freelancing. Clients are everywhere, so make sure that you are professional everywhere. May it be on your Facebook, may it be on your LinkedIn, not just on job sites. Make sure that it is synchronized with your personal and professional account. All right. Then second, make sure that you are ready with rejections. There would be a lot of rejections out there, and I am telling you, only 10% remains to be strong. So be part of that 10%. Actually, you just have to enjoy the journey. Rejections will build you to be in this industry, no? Mahirap magsimula, pero mas mahirap i-maintain ang level ng proficiency mo. So, next is, don't stop learning. Napakabilis ng technology, napakabilis ng mundo ng freelancing. If you're able to develop one niche, just one niche, make sure that you don't stop developing it. Hindi ibig sabihin expert ka ngayon, bukas expert ka pa rin. No. You have to make sure that you are continuously learning, not just on your own, but make sure that you are networking with the correct people. No? Be influenced to become an influencer. Ayan. So, the freelancing journey is for everyone. I don't believe that freelancing is not for everyone. It is actually for everyone. If it's not for you, make it for you. Make a little step, no? Kahit sobrang tiptoe lang yan, basta mag-umpisa ka. Kasi you won't get anywhere kung hindi ka mag-uumpisa. And the best thing to start is make a commitment. Make a commitment to yourself that gusto mo talaga siyang umpisahan. And I would like to also say na yung commitment mo will come from your biggest why. Lagi niyong maririnig yan sa lahat ng mga mentor, coaches, influencer. Create that big why you want to start it at first. Diba? So, yon. My biggest why is my kids, my family. I want to be with them and I want to give everything for them. So, ayan. That's my biggest why. How about you? What's your biggest why to make you start it now?
Thank you very much, Ms. Richie. Actually, I learned a lot from you. Of course, getting started, taking the first step, and presenting yourself, selling yourself to the clients well, right? So that was truly insightful. Are there other things that you want to mention to our guests? Do you have upcoming trainings with your platform? I believe you have a platform called We Do the Talk.
Okay, so first I am doing an hour with Richie. It's a free webinar training in my timeline. So if you would like to follow Richie 𝗕𝗂𝗿𝗵𝗵𝗵𝗏, that's my personal account. Hindi na ako gumawa ng ibang page. I just do the free training inside my personal account. So it's every Wednesdays at 9 o'clock. So that's free training on freelancing, working at home, and entrepreneurship. And then inside we do the talk. Ayan, may free background ng dog. All right. So inside we do the talk. We actually provides paid courses as well, but it is basically very low cost but intense interactive training. As a matter of fact, I am going to provide 7 days. It's a first and last 7 days general virtual assistance mastery class workshop. That's going to happen on October 1 hanggang makabuo tayo ng 7 days. And I will teach 20 plus high-paying skills involved in general virtual assistance. Kasama doon ang prospecting or paghahanap ng client. So, from zero to client hero ang aim ng 7 days workshop na yan. So, if you want to know more about that, you can just check my timeline. And I would like also to announce the launch of 𝗲𝗿𝗍𝗻𝗵 very soon na yan. It is a digital interactive site and app where you can enroll and learn the different skills and niche that you can offer to clients. Ayan. So it will have Facebook ads, social media management, e-commerce, general virtual assistance, lahat, bookkeeping and accounting. Sobrang pinagmamalaki ko ang bookkeeping and accounting class ng We Do the Talk. So I have in-house coaches na sobrang magagaling sa industry ng freelancing. So that is going to be in 𝗲𝗿𝗍𝗻𝗵. So soon, nakasite siya and app so you can access it everywhere. Ayan.
Nice. You have a lot of things lined up for everyone. So to our viewers, make sure you check out Richies' profile and also the We Do the Talk page for all the tips and all the upcoming trainings that she has, because I'm sure it will be very helpful. I'm thinking of actually signing up for one of those trainings probably, if you would permit me to join you.
Of course. It's actually the enrollment is continuous, no? Continuous tayo hanggang take advantage of the early bird promo kasi instead of paying 2,499, 1,999 lang siya. And that's inclusive of everything.
All right. Thank you again very much, Miss Richie. Again, sabi nga niya, what's your biggest why? And when you answer that question, you get started and take the first step. Once again, thank you very much to our guest, Miss Richie. A round of applause from me. And of course, our audience online. To our viewers, thank you very much for joining us. Join us again here at Get Started TV's The Crunch Time.